All right, Ben. So you're wearing a reindustrialized shirt today. As we know, reindustrialization, manufacturing is booming in the United States, right?
I don't know. Is that
Well,
true?
a new jobs report says maybe not, Ben. Look, I know there's been a lot of drama around the Bureau of Labor Statistics the last few weeks. The political leaders have had some thoughts. Here's the report out today. It turns out, Ben, that employers shed 12,000 manufacturing jobs in August. Payrolls in manufacturing have shrunk by 42,000 since April. This is what a new study says. These are not my numbers. I don't have access to the raw data. Please don't kill the messenger. I'm relaying what we've been told here. The reality is for 2025, this report says manufacturing employment in the United States has shrunk by 33,000 jobs. In the past 6 decades, Ben, according to the Federal Reserve of St. Louis, since 1960, manufacturing was 34% of total employment in 1960. 1970, we peaked. We saw 19.5 million people employed in manufacturing. This year in August, we're at 12.7 million. The industry's lost 87,000 jobs even just since 2024. A lot of numbers, but maybe more than the absolute value is the direction it's going. Ben, what does that all mean for the reindustrialization movement?
Yeah, I think it's like we say all the time, right? The details matter, right? There is a lot. I've got some buzzwords on my shirt, right? But what are the details? Are the jobs coming? When are they coming? I don't know. I think take the long view. We've talked about taking the long view too, right? With Oracle. When does Oracle strike back? I don't know. When does the big strike back? So we can't just judge one report and say this is everything. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's trending in the right direction. So it has me worried. But I think we need to be clear about what is success. What does that mean in the short run? What does that mean in the medium term? What does that mean in the long run? And make clear benchmarks and gates that you have to pass through to say this is a success. I don't know. Maybe success is this number here and then later it changes, but we'll have to see.
Three legs of the stool, right? Volume, price, and quality,
Like
which
he's
is
got
can
an
we make
MBA.
more stuff? Can we make more stuff? Can we do it cheaper or can we do it better? And then then you layer on the policy objectives of can we also use this as can we employ more people to do it? Now, that's not everybody's policy objective, right? Some people say make it faster, make it cheaper, make it better at all costs. Do it with machines if you have to. Others may say, no, the reason to do this is to employ more Americans. So we got to be clear about what the policy objectives are. So before I agree with you, before you hammer the reindustrialization movement or before you hammer policies that are leading to this outcome, you need to understand the why behind those policies. And it starts with policymakers articulating their theory of the case. But the other side of this, and Ben, I think you appreciate as you talk about the details mattering. Well, if we in 2025 are ramping up manufacturing and production here in the United States, that is not going to lead to tens and hundreds of thousands of jobs immediately. These factories take time to build. They take time to recruit, to train, to hire, and to onboard these folks. And we all know these labor statistics have a nasty lag. And then even with the lag, we tend to go back and revise them. That seems to be the thread the last couple of years. I'm not really sure why it's been as big a gulf as we've seen, but the estimates have been significantly off. So I think my take on all of this is this good or is it bad? It depends on the objective of the policy. I think the policy has more objectives than solely employing more people. And it's way too early like this should not be used to throw water on the reindustrialization movement, which has many knock-on effects other than employing Americans.
I think we've solved the industrialization movement now. Stay here. We're actually doing our next theme zone from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. We'll get on the ground
Oh God.
data.